My research paper is on the border water problems between Nogales, Arizona and Nogales, Sonora. And so here in the introduction, realizing the impact of lower class people that become affected by the lack of running water, and primarily when there's no proper sewage system, affects these local communities. And because of these issues, it causes health problems as well. So the Arizona side of the border, the water flows at an average rate due to the faucets, while in Mexico the water comes out of the tap at a very slow speed, which results from the poor plumbing and the lack of materials when fixing these issues. So the cities get separated by an international border, and when the local governments come up with agreements that involve political boundaries set by the two countries respectively. And so we come with the water issues in Nogales, Sonora. And on the Mexican side, Nogales, Sonora depends on Los Alisos River to the south of the city for water materials. Morehouse, Carter, and Sprouse, page 785. And for the result of wastewater flowing from the wash into Arizona, these sewage systems in fault lies on the Mexican side, because where these pipes get placed slightly affects the poor management and the lack of proper sanitation, and it becomes more likely that the pipeline will bust into someone's home, leaving it up to them to clean up the mess of the water. And so here is a general overview of the map of watersheds and rivers of ambos Nogales. So respectively to the north, you see the Santa Cruz watershed, the Wash. To the south, Los Alisos watershed, and then to the very south, you see Rio Magdalena. And so the sanitation problems, according to Ingram, Milich, and Brady, wastewater treatment plants along the Mexican side of the border, for example, can treat only 1/6 of the municipal and industrial wastewater generated there. So some residents don't get connected to the main sewage system, and even if there isn't septic tanks that hauls it away, the health hazards that cause people living in this filth doesn't help either. With the contaminated water, only no one is safe as lives become put at risk. And so here we see the contamination and clean water issues. The other huge reason that plays a huge leading role in water contamination, especially for the residents of Nogales, Sonora, it is vital for more clean water, because the contamination that it is bad. Most people get sick from the infected water. The water quality also gets impacted on the Mexican side because it relies heavily on the Santa Cruz River and the higher demand and price. And so the economic and continuing health issues today, according to Morehouse, Carter, and Sprouse, the cost of such development, especially under the devolution of responsibilities from federal to the state level in Mexico, could conceivably be reflected in considerable increases in consumer cost. More importantly, the Mexican population earns less than half of what becomes earned here in the United States. And so the United States gets more worried with health concerns, while they can't help the Mexican people solve for better solutions for everyone in general with more health awareness. And this issue becomes more as a problem to the Mexican side of the border respectively, because I think both sides as a community should come together and come up with a plan to tackle these issues. And then finally, overall, the Mexican side of the border of Ambos Nogales still today suffers from all these kinds of issues, with contaminated water, wastewater being a common problem with households, but more importantly among the lower class, those who live in poverty. And hopefully one day, when the municipality gains enough money in the future, making an actual sanitation plant that processes all of the filthy water and properly treats it for clean and future use. Finally, here in my last slide, I have all my references utilized in my research paper, and then for the picture that I posted earlier is also a part of these sources here listed below. Thank you for watching, and hope you enjoyed.